The Headhunting event has returned to Conan Exiles, and in this video we tell you all you need to know about the rewards, what you need to do and key locations. Now, while this limited time event is not completely new to the game, there have been some changes with the enhanced version, including new rewards and more things to do, so let's get started. Throughout the duration of the Headhunting event, you will find temporary camps from two different factions across the Exile lands and the Isle of Siptah: the Khitan Exiled and the Dogs of the Desert. To participate, you have to choose a faction and join them by talking to the captain at any of their camps. And don't worry, you can switch faction anytime if you want to get the unique rewards from both sides. When completing activities for a faction, you earn their respective event currency. The Khitan Exiled use Ancient Obolus, and the Dogs of the Desert a currency that's called Blood of the Wicked. Both can be spent at merchants of the corresponding faction that can be found at each camp. But before we talk rewards, let's start with what the activities entail and where you can find the camps. Should you join the Khitan Exiled, your goal is to hunt sorcerers. And if you join the Dogs of the Desert, you are tasked with hunting Khitan bounty hunters. You can either kill them and return their skulls to the tribute basin at any of the faction's camps, or bring them back alive and deliver them to the prison cage you can also find there. Skulls from the regular sorcerers and Khitan slavers usually yield 5 of the faction currency. Magi skulls from more powerful mini-boss sorcerers, like the ones found at select encounters or in Kurak's lair, as well as skulls from Khitan Exiled captains reward 100. And prisoners, no matter which tier, give you 50 faction currency. You'll also get some additional coins and resources for each turn-in. Last but not least, in PvP you can also hunt and defeat players to get rewards. Unfortunately, we weren't able to confirm the rewards for this activity, so please leave a comment if you're playing on a PvP server and can share some numbers. It has also been said that each consecutive day of activity earns you increased rewards with an additional 3 times multiplier on the first turn-in of the day. Now, while sorcerers are not too difficult to find, we didn't encounter too many of the Khitan bounty hunters. But when we did, they generally roamed both maps in groups of 3. Most of the time not too far from a Dogs of the Desert camp, but not always with a captain, those seemed rather rare. Oh, and don't forget that if you have hoarded skulls prior to this event in your base, I mean, who doesn't like to hoard skulls? Then yes, you can turn those in as well. By the way, each faction also features a leaderboard that displays the players that have contributed the most. And once the event ends, the top player of each faction will receive a bundle with rewards directly into their inventory. From what we could see, this includes various resources, fireworks and some legendary fragments. But they could of course still change things, so let us know if you made it to the top and got one. Okay, let's have a look at where you can find both faction camps in the Exile lands and on the Isle of Siptah. Let's start with the Exile lands. There's a total of 10 Khitan camps. And the Dogs of the Desert also have 10 camps, but you won't find any of them in the volcano. On the Isle of Siptah, you can find 15 Khitan camps. And there are 14 Dogs of the Desert camps. Now, each camp, whether it's Khitan Exiled or Dogs of the Desert, has a captain that allows you to join the faction and several merchants. Prices at both factions are generally the same, but naturally each faction uses their own event currency. There's a merchant for supply materials that cost 20 obolus or blood respectively. These supply caches give a random number of select resources. If you're in short supply of some of these, then buying a few can help you to easily restock. Then there's a slaver that sells a selection of named followers for 200 each. In total, there are 6 different workers and 4 different combatants, and which of these you get is random. While the selection is limited, it's a fairly easy way to secure yourself a few named workers or a good fighter or archer. And lastly, there's a merchant that offers a whole range of items, including several exclusive event rewards. And while we're at it, if you like what we do, don't forget to hit that like button, comment, sub, or join our channel memberships. We really appreciate it, and your support makes a massive difference. Now, the rewards that can be found at both factions include 2 legendary items that are dedicated to thrall hunting. There's the Tiger's Truncheon that helps you knocking them out, and the Dead Woman's Tresses that help you bringing them home. You can also purchase an armor schematic for Sundered Manacles, which is for a single armor piece only. And additionally, there are 3 schematics for placeables. One for a Tribute Basin, complete with a stack of skulls in place. One for a Stygian Slave Vein that's rather huge. And one for a Hardened Steel Cage. Also available at both factions is a selection of unique hardened steel weapons, but which of them you can purchase depends on which camp you visit. Rewards that are exclusive to the Khitan Exiled faction include a legendary 200 hammer called the Misplaced Guardian's Willbreaker, and the legendary Khitan Headhunter bow. You can also purchase several schematics. One is for the Mad Prophet medium armor that includes recipes for the regular and epic set. And then there's one for the Khitan Slaver light armor set, also teaching you the regular and epic version. In addition to the armor, you can also buy schematics for 4 types of fireworks. Once crafted, they can be placed and interacted with when you want to set them off. Last but not least, you can also buy single pieces of the Mad Prophet armor, both in regular and epic quality. As with the hardened steel weapons, the various armor pieces, green fireworks, and the legendary Khitan bow are only available at select camps. And since the Khitan bow and the 2 green fireworks are rarer exclusives, we save you some time and show you where you can get them. Rewards that are exclusive to the Dogs of the Desert faction include the legendary Feline Stalker Arcane Staff. And there are also several schematics. One is for the Feline Stalker medium armor that includes recipes for the regular and epic set. And then there's one for the Scavenger Fur armor, also a medium set that's craftable as regular and epic version. In addition to the armor, you can also buy schematics for 2 types of fireworks. Here are both of them in action. Last but not least, you can also buy single pieces of the Feline Stalker armor, both in regular and epic quality. As with the hardened steel weapons, the various armor pieces are only available at select camps. But since you can buy the armor schematic, it's probably best to just do that. And that's all you can do and unlock throughout the current Headhunting event. If you found our guide helpful, don't forget to support us and happy hunting!